All right, what's up, guys? Think I got it figured out. YouTube's live stream was not letting me do the features I needed to do. OBS got it up and running. A few tweaks. I think we're good. Let me know in the chat if there's any audio issues, maybe a few video glitches, but should be good to go. Okay. So it's going to be short tonight. It's not really, I may not even save it, but I know this will get out there if I put it out there. 301B, 301H, a lot of questions on is it the same, is it different? People who are saying it's different don't have any backing, and we'll explain that. But long story short, 301B and 301H are the exact same chips. Not similar chips, they are the exact same chips. All these 301s get made at the same time, 301, 301, 301, and hits the end of the production line where it would normally get bagged into a bag. Well, for this particular production line, there's two, and this is figurative. This isn't exactly how it works, but this is figurative. There's a fork in that road. At the end of the fork, there's one bag that says 301H and another bag that says 301B. Luck of the draw which one falls in which, but that is how they are made. There's absolutely no difference in phosphor, in spectrum, in output, in efficiency. The anti-sulfurization coating is on both the 301B and H, though they don't advertise it much on the B. It's on both. And this is not my feelings, my opinions, what I think is going on. This is the fact of the matter. This is straight from Samsung. If you hear otherwise, they do not work directly with Samsung or a legitimate Samsung distributor. They literally don't know what they're talking about. And it's very interesting. And I understand it is confusing out there. Why would they do this? Why would they have two? Long story short, how would you like would you sell lumens to a horticulture grower or a horticulture lighting company? If you wanted to be specific to them, that's where your business was, why would you continue to sell it in lumens? So they made the 301H. The same goes the other way around if the H came first for whatever reason. Why would you go to someone who's lighting up, general illumination, visual lighting? Why would you go to them and try to sell something in micromoles? They could put it in the same packaging, whatever, and market it both ways, but they don't. They offer two different quote-unquote ordering flavors, but it is the same exact diode no matter what. Now we can go and you guys can look, because though they market the 301H on the data sheet in micromoles, they flux bin it in lumens. And those flux bins and what you order down to every individual sub-voltage category, A1, A2, etc., are identical across the data sheets. Now, you guys can go look at that and it's clear as day. Recently, someone pointed me to a video that was very, very funny to me, because the person in it was being so boisterous about how they've tested and they're so legitimate and we're down to the bottom of it and in our this and our that. It's quite hysterical. But long story short, they were claiming that they have proven in their factory that these are vastly different spectrums, and it's here. We'll just listen to it. Let's listen to it because it's just funny.
However, the fact that alone that we can already prove, because we've done the testing ourselves at the factory, that the 301H is utilizing vastly better spectra in terms of what's making up that white light.
Bullshit. Now let's go back and listen to this part right here.
The same chassis.
Not here, but.
However, the fact that alone that we can already prove, because we've done the testing ourselves at our factory.
You've done the testing in your factory. Now right there, he's blowing smoke out your ass, because this video is unlisted. The one I'm showing you is an unlisted video. He has a public video the next day where he kind of backpedals on this statement and says, we haven't tested them. And I think he's finally figuring out what the fuck he's missing here. But, okay, let's continue on, guys. So here is what where are we at? We got 90s, we got 80s. Beautiful. So here we are. We have a 301B, correct? Yes, 301B and the 301H. You didn't notice that, did you? 301B, 301H. Do it again. 301B, 301H. Now, I hope you did notice that those spectrographs did not change in the least. And if you guys were extra observant, you'll see what did change. But we're going to go to the next one. 90 CRI. 301B, 301H. 301B, 301H. Now you'll notice the bottom two spectrographs here move up. The graphs don't change, but they do move up. So if anyone wants to get really picky, the scaling on each page is different. But the graphs are the same. 90B, 90H. To the 70 we go. 70 CRI. 301B 70, 301B, or 301H 70. 301B 70, 301H 70. Again, identical. Now let's go back to the guy's mistake and where I believe all this shit's coming from right here. And that would be the 301B 80 CRI spec sheet. It's wrong. It's not really wrong. It's just mislabeled. It's been that way for 2 years. No one really cares because when you actually order these things and have testing, when you actually test things, you send it off to a spectroradiometer if you do not have one yourself, and you understand that if you ordered something based on something you saw and it was wrong, you'd find that long before you got to any of this we tested it shit. Anyway, so it's right here. So we're actually going to go back real quick to the 70 CRI and notice the top graph here in the left, 3000, top to the right, 35K, middle center, 4K, right center, 5K, so on. Notice how they are in line, no repeating, no nothing. We go to the 301H version of that. Look, same exact thing. 3K 70 in the top left, 35K 70 in the top right, 4K 70 in the mid center, 5K to 5700. Same exact spectrums, graphs, same exact labels on top. Okay, let's go to the 90 CRI. Starts a little lower. We get it to 27K. Next one over to the right, 3K. Then down to the left, 35K, 4K, 5K, 57K. Okay, let's go to the 301H. Exact same thing. 27, 3,000, 35, 4,000, 5,000, and 5,700. Notice all those match. So we have the 70 CRI matches its 301B, 301H. The 90 CRI matches its 301B, 301H. 80 CRI, here we come, guys. Now, quick glimpse. Notice the graphs match, but now I've already brought it to your attention. The quote-unquote labels on top do not. So we will go to the 301H because the 301H is actually correct. Starts at 22K, so you get that real warm. But we have a 22K in the top left. Notice right here, 22K. Next is 27K. This is 80 CRI again. Then 3K, 35K, 4K, 5,000 Kelvin. You get it. It's in order. All right. Now the fact that this guy only looks at one data sheet and cannot get it out of his head that it could be misrepresented, it is, because he doesn't have the spectrographs to prove this. Here we go. 27 or 22. Then where 27 should be, it says 3,000K. Where 3,000K says, it says 35K. Where 35K says, guess what? It still says 35K. So how are those two different graphs still 35K? You guys are with me on this round. I think we have the guy's mistake. His mistake also was this, though.
However, the fact that alone that we can already prove, because we've done the testing ourselves and
we've done the test. Oh, shut your fucking mouth, bro. Don't flex if you don't have it to back it up. Beautiful. Beautiful. Anyway, back to the 80 CRI. So 80 CRI, mislabeled. What's 3,000 should be 27K. What's 35K on the left here should be 3,000. There's your mistake, buddy. So, what do you guys say to that? We buy 301s, 301Bs, excuse me. I guess that's good differentiating. We buy 301Bs. More accessible. Actually, they're just as accessible. I shouldn't even say that. That's just what we started with. That's the part numbers we've rolled through with. That's what we've worked with our distributors and pricing, and that's how it all works out for PLC. But, you know, you can go either way. But regardless, same chip, Same anti-sulfurization, same dye, same output, same voltage. There's not one single thing of difference, and there shouldn't be, because they are the exact same. Again, not similar, like using same parts and accomplishing different things, like the fucking Coyote and the F-150 versus the Mustang, but like literally the same exact thing. Identical. So that's it. Honestly, that was it. This video can end now. I think I've could mic drop at this point, but let some chat roll through, see what you guys are saying. It's just hard when I just watched that video and it was so cringe, like his attitude and how he's like laughing it off, like it was horrible. It was so. Like the guy says, like, oh, we're using both the 301H and the 301B. Why the fuck are you ordering two part numbers? Order one. That's just stupid business, dude. Yeah, Steve from HLG says the same thing because he works with Samsung, or he works with a legitimate Samsung distributor. I know. He's not dumb. And he's not gonna. They're transparent about their shit. They learn the hard way. Of they came up through the early days of DIY and top scrutiny of components when there was a huge difference between just number 1 and number 2 in the market. Now there's 5 things you can do that are basically all skinning the cat the same way. But yeah, HLG knows, and so does Fluence, so does anyone using these, and it's not hard to get them. That's the whole thing. It's not like if he's using both 301H and 301B, good for him. Again, it's the same chip. They're good chips. They're great chips. But like the way you're gonna market like that, and then there's other companies like Optic LEDs, another one who, horrible opinion of them as well, but they're going on a rampage about how they can prove it's more output and this and that, and again, they have nothing to show for it, and the reason being because there's nothing there. It's the same chips, guys. Same exact chips. All produced at the same time, put into whichever bag they need to market it to. Tough to argue a spec sheet, they won't lie. They actually will. That's what this whole stream is about. 301B 80CRI spec sheet is incorrectly labeled. If you break down those spectrographs and put it through a program, the one that says 3000K will come out to 27K, which is why you can just, it's just mislabeled. It happens all the time. Cree's done it, Bridgelex has done it, Lumileds has done it, Citizen, fucking, they lie about their data, but I'm sure they mislabeled some things on accident. It happens, and again, it's not something of a huge issue because most light companies that are actually buying these, that aren't customers freaking out about little tiny itty bitty, end customers I should say, freaking out about itty bitty tiny differentials and arguing about this shit, what 3000 Kelvin is. And if you ordered what you thought, say you ordered 3000K and you were expecting that spectrum, you'd put it up there and you'd be like, this is way warmer than 3000K. You'd whip out your spectroradiometer or your spectrometer and it would say 27K, and you go, oh, well, it wouldn't even matter, because I don't even think you'd really get to that point, because you'd say, hey, I need 3000 Kelvin. You'd order a 3000 Kelvin spectrum, and that's what you'd get. You'd get what you know as a 3000 Kelvin. Anyway, it's a disconnect, is what it is, but that's the difference. After watching 2 videos, and this is just to respond to some comments and whatnot, and it's a little drama, but it's fun. It's always nice to put things in their place too. That's it, guys. That's it. 301B, 301H makes no difference. Now, there's a difference between bottom bin and top bin. It's not a huge difference. Bottom bin's still better than pretty much almost every other diode out there on the market. Top bin's fantastic. It's those, you could argue that, but that's even worse. No, maybe not even worse, but it is what it is. There's no market or miraculously better spectrum in the red and blue or anything there. They're identical across the board. Spectrum, output, longevity, pads, la-di-da-da-da, you name it, they're identical because they are the same. Okay. That's it, guys. Quick, easy, simple. Hope you guys had fun. It was a little fun for me. But me no ill will by it, just the facts of the matter. So, peace out, guys.